There's one very muddy boy. All right then, good morning from me and the dog. A very, very muddy dog, and quite a muddy me actually. Bedlam is the right way to describe the route that we take to walk in the morning at the moment. It is just like mud, horrendous. But we're done with that now. So today is Saturday. We've got quite a busy Saturday today. There's quite a few things I want to get done. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet, but it's going to consist of quite a few hours in the office and getting that sorted. I've got a few covers I want to record, some different bits I want to do, and I need to try and write some stuff as well. So whether or not we do all that today, I don't know. But we'll definitely get some of it done. Had a gig last night at the Castle in Wem, which was really, really good fun. I might stick a couple of clips of that in there on the screen for you as well.
What a wicked game you play. You make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free. I see there's trouble on the way. I hear those earthquakes and lightning. I hear those bad times today.
And see where the rest of the day takes us. For now, I'm going to head over to the shop. I'm going to grab a drink, then get home, tidy up a little bit, and just see where the rest of the day goes. Like I say, I want to spend a little bit of time in the office and just see what we get done. There's a list of things that I know I need to do, so we'll see where we get to, won't we? We'll see where we get to. You'll please.
But I promise you this, if the sun goes down on us, if tomorrow never comes, if we go to chase the sun, I'd do it over and over again. If what is meant to be will be, then we'll be married eventually. Until you're on and on with me, I'd do it over and over again.
So a big concerted effort of mine this year is to write and release more music. I had a bit of a slack year with it last year, what with going self-employed and just focusing on making sure I could get gigs in. But this year, I mean, we're within our safe zone pretty much for the whole 12 months already, which is good. It's a good place to be in, but that also gives me a little bit more time and a little bit more sort of freedom to be able to write and record a little bit more. So we've had this idea now for a few weeks. When I go and play at care homes, obviously, to start with, you're kind of waiting for all the residents to come in, and it gives you sort of 5 minutes where you kind of just stood there with a guitar. So I tend to just noodle around. And one of the things that I came up with was this little lick here, which I really, really like. So you can kind of imagine where that goes. So what we've got at the moment is a kind of mid-tempo country song that kind of sounds a bit like this. I'm not saying we should make love, but maybe we should have a drink of something that stops me overthinking stuff, something that helps me take my mind off the way you're moving, cause you turn me on. Something like that. So we're going to flesh it out and see where we get to. I'm not saying we should make love, but maybe we should have a drink of. I'm not saying we should make love, but maybe we should have a drink of something that stops me overthinking stuff, something that helps me take my mind off the way you're moving, cause you turn me on. Let's get to moving, cause the night is young. You've always been the only one for So it's kind of one of them songs that kind of fell out of the air. It's happened quite quickly. Around about an hour it's taken me to get that whole demo sorted. We've written the first verse and chorus and we've structured the whole song on Logic. So I'm going to write the rest of the lyrics now. I'm not going to put any more of it in the video in case I do decide to release it. But I like it, actually. It's not very often that you get a song where actually you just record the parts and they all fit together and they sound nice as it is. So a little bit of editing to do, flesh out the rest of it, and then that's probably a song done. It's the first one of this year. So then, gigs. So, looking at the first half of this year, pub gig wise, we're looking quite good. We're looking pretty steady all throughout. I've kind of hit minimums already, which is really good. That's really, really positive. But what I want to try and nail down now is care homes. I've kind of got my regulars all booked in, so all the ones that I do sort of once a month are all booked in and they're all taken care of. And I've got a couple of others here and there that are kind of dotted around. But today what I want to spend a good chunk of time doing is going through all the homes that I played at last year, just giving them a ring and just seeing, you know, what the crack is with those guys, whether they want to book some dates in, and just getting the lay of the land. Once I've kind of gone through all my regulars and I've got all them sort of either yes or no's and booked in or not, then I can start approaching the new ones. And there's plenty of new ones that need approaching and need calls and emails going out to as well. So a bit of an admin-y day, bit of an admin afternoon. Yeah, so let's just see how far we get and see whether or not we get anything booked in today. Right, first one, let's give them a ring.
How may I help you?
Hello there, I wonder if you can help me. My name's Aaron Evans. I'm a musician from Telford that's come and played a few times last year. I was just wondering whether or not...
You want to talk to me?
if they're around, yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, let me just check.
Thank you.
Hello.
My name's Aaron, I'm a musician. I came and played for you a couple of times last year.
Oh yes, I think I remember.
Hello, how are you? You okay?
I'm alright, thank you. Yeah.
I was just wondering, basically, before I sort of email you and send some details, whether or not you guys are having any music. I know that you'd stopped this time last year, but I don't know whether you were looking at carrying on or whether it was something you'd stopped altogether.
I don't know, because I find it interesting that we stopped it. It's something that, how far in advance do we normally need to book you?
So, I mean, it entirely depends, really. If I can fit you in and you wanted something tomorrow, I'd do it tomorrow. But, you know, it tends to just be, I'll send you some dates or you send me some and we'll just work some out. But no real time frame in advance.
Do you do evenings at all?
Yeah, in the weekdays, yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm thinking that's something that we've not really explored here before. And I think, can I ask you, can I give you my email?
Of course.
And I'll have contact. So,
Fantastic, that's all jotted down.
brilliant. So if you could just like send me a hello, here I am email,
Yeah.
and then I've got points of contact, and then as soon as I've had a conversation, because I've literally thought.
I'll send you an email over, absolutely.
Lovely. All right, thanks.
Fantastic, thank you for your... Promising, we'll know. So that was a care home that I played at last year. It was one of the first ones I did, actually. I did quite a few there. And then suddenly they just kind of stopped doing music. So I wasn't really sure what went on, but you know, I'm not going to pry. It could be that I wasn't for them, or it could just be that they stopped doing music altogether. But it sounds like they're quite willing to go again. They're looking at evenings. So we'll see. I'll drop them an email and go from there. So to give you a bit of a taste then of the email that I sent out, obviously I'm not going to put it on the screen because I don't want to disclose any of their information. But I've put the following. So I've put, "Hi X, thank you for taking my call this afternoon. I would love to hear back from you regarding some live music at X." So there I put the care home name. I perform a mixture of songs from the 1950s to the 1970s and beyond, integrating different themes to make the setlist a different experience for the residents every month. So for example, this month we're currently doing songs from the films, so we're integrating stuff from The Sound of Music, Stand By Me, all sorts of different things, you know, Dirty Dancing, Grease, different things like that. I charge X amount for an hour's performance, which includes a fully self-contained PA system suitable for the home. I'm also fully PAT tested and hold public liability certification of up to £1 million. Thank you for your time. Looking forward to hearing off you soon. So that's the general gist of what I send out to the care homes when I have a conversation with them.